Hello and welcome. This is me, Crusader W, with Arc Anya, and we're going to talk a bit about Sandbox today. We've been looking into it for a couple of hours. We learned a lot. We just want to tell you what is Sandbox, what can you do, how can you play it, how can you earn money with it. So, yeah, Arc, do you want to introduce yourself and maybe just jump into the basics? What is Sandbox? What can you do?
Sure. So, what can I say about the sandbox? What have we learned today? I think one thing that's very interesting, if you can maybe show the map, is this is a giant metaverse where you can buy your own piece of land. Or mostly you could buy it on OpenSea, I think, at the moment, either in Sand, in Ethereum, or in wrapped Ethereum, which is probably going to cost less in gas fees. Yeah, and I think what we've tried to figure out is what can be interesting here. So basically, you can buy a piece of land, which probably makes more sense to buy one that is probably close to very interesting projects or celebrities. Like, for instance, Snoop Dogg, as you just saw, has bought a huge piece of land in the middle of it, and he has created his own metaverse where he will have some private parties, private virtual metaverse parties, and you can get some exclusive NFT. In NFTs dropped or gained. Then you have other very interesting projects like The Walking Dead, The Smurf. We have Atari that has bought a piece of land. Who else? Let me double check.
If you know that, if some people are into electronic music, Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Okay.
It's probably going to build some roller coasters.
Yeah, and I think we just learned
and then that Atari, big deal, really big deal.
I think we just learned also that when it comes to NFTs, for those of you who know, but apparently Sandbox has, is it bought a Bored Ape Yacht Club item and is going to have them in the Sandbox as well, or something like that. So you will be able to kind of have walk around with some NFTs that actually come from totally different collections, I guess, in the future more and more. What can you do with the Sandbox?
I think in that sense, what's happening in the Sandbox, and that you will be able to use your Bored Ape NFT as a character, as an avatar, that you basically as a skin that you can just put on and then run around as that Bored Ape NFT that you bought. This is pretty cool, and this is also showing where the whole metaverse is going. So I think Sandbox is one of the projects that really illustrate pretty nice, and will probably one of the first ones we can actually play. I mean, we're going to talk a bit about that when we talk about the creation part with the Metaverse editor and the Voxel Builder and stuff.
Exactly, that was going to be my next part. What can you do in the game? I think you can take many angles to kind of get involved. You could be just a real estate owner, like we've just mentioned. You could just buy land and resell it or lend it to someone else and who would pay rent basically to use it. But you can also create your own game using a piece of land if you're quite ambitious.
I think I'll probably just show the editor real quick.
Go ahead.
So here I had a tutorial, but let me just go back to the main page and pull up something.
Yeah, and basically you can create, in the meantime you can work on like a full-blown game on that piece of land that you own or rent or whatever.
I mean, let's call this here test. So for example, you can go into that area and just build a land like you know it from Minecraft and stuff. And then if you own a part of land, so if you own an NFT land in the Sandbox, then you can basically put this thing that you built here in the editor. So I think that would be one. Parcel, I think, what we see here. So that's 1 times 1. You can, for example, you can place a car here, or you can place some wolves or skeletons or something that you then can fight. And then a player would basically spawn here in the world with his avatar. Mine looks like that. And then you can start fighting, run around in the world, jump in the lava and die. Stuff like that. So pretty interesting, pretty cool. And the other thing I actually wanted to show you was the Voxel Builder. So here you can actually build your own avatars, your own characters, your own NFT items. So let's say, hey, I want to design this really cool dragon. Yeah, so say if you buy this really cool, like if you build this really cool dragon, you can build this in this voxel editor and then put the catalysts and the other tokens that you get from earning land or from staking the sand token. You can put those onto your character, and then it gets a certain legendary, certain rarity. And yeah, so this is what you can do in here. You can also build helmets, swords, equipment, everything. So pretty cool. And in this editor, you can also try out the game in the worlds that you are doing at the moment. So I think we talked about the map and the land, and other than that,
yeah,
I think.
I mean, you talked about I think you talked about how you can create your own game. You talked about how you can create the assets. And you also explained a little bit, right, that if you have some sand, which is the token that goes for the sandbox, you can stake it.
Yeah.
And by staking it, you increase your chances of basically getting possibilities to improve your items that you're making in the game, right? And I think if you're a landowner, it even increases your chances even more. That's how I understand it. So, and then I think you can take different angles to it. You know, you can be an artist that wants to create cool stuff and could maybe even earn a few bucks with that. Who knows? You could be a gamer who wants to discover any sub game and maybe be super focused on one community or another and understand how to get very cool gems and maybe also make a few bucks with it. I mean, who knows? And you could be a landowner, you could be a game creator, a community builder, if you will, as well. You could say, okay, I'm just gonna rent some land or buy some land, and I have an awesome community. Let's do that together. I think there's a lot of options to go around this NFT game here.
Yeah, so if you have any questions, ask us in the comments below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to keep up to date and also learn about other NFT games. So I'm switching around from traditional games to NFT games in general, because I want to make a living from it. So this is also an aspect that I'm definitely going to cover in the future. I hope we're gonna see more of Arc Anya on this channel as well, because she's kind of interested in the whole NFT thing as well. And that's it from my side, and I'm saying bye-bye and see you soon.
See you soon.